Joel Osteen, the widely recognized pastor of Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, has stood for decades as one of the most influential voices in American Christianity, known for his upbeat sermons and a theology that centers on prosperity and personal fulfillment. With millions of followers and a global platform, Osteen has built a reputation as a spiritual motivator, championing messages of hope and divine favor. However, recent developments have placed his ministry under a spotlight of scrutiny, casting doubts on both his leadership and the direction of Lakewood Church. The most jarring of these events occurred in February 2024, when a tragic shooting shook the Lakewood congregation during a Spanish-language service. Genesee Moreno, the shooter, opened fire inside the church, injuring a man and critically wounding her young son before being fatally shot by off-duty officers acting as security. The event not only stunned the public, but also raised significant concerns about the church's security measures and preparedness. Beyond this tragedy, criticism of Osteen's long-standing prosperity theology has intensified. While Osteen insists his teachings focus on God's goodness and living faithfully, critics argue that his message lacks theological depth and turns faith into a vehicle for material gain rather than spiritual growth. The idea that belief alone should lead to financial or personal success continues to divide theologians and believers alike. Financial transparency has also been a source of controversy. Reports dating back to 2017 show that Lakewood Church had an income of $89 million, over 90% of which was contributed by followers, yet less than 1% of that budget reportedly went to charitable work, prompting questions about stewardship and the church's broader mission to serve the needy. Adding to the growing scrutiny is Osteen's recent public reflection on his views regarding the LGBTQ community. In a Facebook video, he shared a softened stance, expressing a more inclusive tone. While some applauded this as a sign of growth and compassion, others accused him of straying from traditional biblical values, sparking theological debate and division among his supporters. Despite these mounting challenges, Osteen continues to preach regularly and share daily devotionals, most recently in a message titled "Hardened to Difficulties," where he urged his audience to stay resilient and trust in God's plan despite life's hardships. His ongoing encouragement to remain hopeful, even amid controversy and personal trials, still resonates with many. Yet as Osteen faces the intersection of tragedy, doctrinal controversy, financial criticism, and evolving social values, the future of his ministry appears increasingly uncertain. The legacy of Lakewood Church and its famous pastor may now depend not just on his ability to inspire, but on his willingness to confront difficult truths, adapt responsibly, and lead with a renewed sense of purpose and transparency. For a figure long associated with smiling optimism and boundless blessings, these are trying times, and the path ahead may determine how history ultimately remembers Joel Osteen.